Coach, some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Arizona Cardinals.
Let's go, folks.
Stop your whining.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Jim.
Throwing on first down is Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Watch the pass.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
All right, T.
Shit! Watch the shit!
Whip. Watch the whip.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 40.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now this time, Murray to throw it. This one caught by Isabella. Touchdown, Cardinals! Andy Isabella, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Fournette, a first down carry. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
We're going to 54. Why 58, come on. 26. 58, come on. 26.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. He's going to air one out. He's got it at the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. Touchdown number 15 of the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Go!
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On 2nd down now. It's Logan. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Ready? 15 on it. 15 on it.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo! Rush in! Rush in! Rush in!
Play fake. Murray. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Fielded just inside the 20. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Going to 54. Going to 54. Line in. We'll go 47.
He's coming, double up.
26.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
43.
Line in.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. Here, one.
On third down, it's Prescott. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Let's go, let's go. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
First down, Murray. And Kyler Murray cannot get away. They drag him down to the end zone for 2 points. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Let's go, boy. Bring it on.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Kill.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Looking to throw, Prescott. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. This is the tight end Fant. He's got the first down and more past midfield. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Cardinals' 41-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Here go 46. 58 to Mike. 56.
Prescott to throw it. It's caught by Moncrief. Touchdown, Cowboys! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ready, 54. Mike, 54. Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant.
On first and 10, here's Murray. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Let's get it. Here we go, here we go. 10, let's get it. Mike, 54. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our field.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 9 good yards here on the run, and now 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray looking for Kelsey into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
36-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, watch the slant. Hey, 47. 58, 58, Mike. 26. 26.
Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
23 is the money. We're going to 52. 26.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas 1st down.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious.
And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Bradley Chubb has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Check, check, hustle, hustle. Check, check. There you go.
After the sack on first down, Murray complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
At the 47-yard line.
Set. Pittsburgh.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Check, 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 check.
Murray now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Murray now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10. Completes this one to Meredith. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Open man is Kirk, complete. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Check 26, check 26. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Hey.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Their own 6-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just...
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Chandler Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
We got 4. We got 4.
Throwing, Prescott. And his throw is incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And now it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Prescott from the gun. And an alley to run. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. On the counter, it's Henry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Prescott now. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
And now offensively it's third and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Let's make these babies cry on the way back.
Now Prescott. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And it's taken in at the 9. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
At their own 29-yard line. 29 yard 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 line. 29 yard
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll run it here with Logan. Room here to run. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39. If they're going to try to complete this comeback, they need more runs like that from him because until that point, he's been virtually shut down.
And based on where they are right now in this game, you would expect the ball to be in the air. But his ability to break off those types of runs, you can get big chunk plays on the ground as well, and he just provided one.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray got an open man. It's a noon one. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Get him. You got it. Mike, 50 points.
He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down.
Let's go.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Buddy up. 55. Check 55. Mike. I'm going to lose one.
Hey, check Mike. Watch 55.
Here I come. Alert, flare. Showing it. Watch out.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Bradley Chubb in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Hey, alert 3.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray. This will be caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. We'll see Kelsey in the slot to the left. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. This is Logan. And he fights his way in, not giving up. And it's a Cardinal touchdown. T.J. Logan, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for 2.
Delay.
They'll try and run it up the middle. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A very tough run, but for a pretty short gain out near the 32. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. And this will be taken at the 13. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 3rd now in New Orleans. And it's the Saints that have moved out ahead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Check out read.
Murray now on 1st down. That ball complete to Isabella. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
To throw is Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Come on, QB, come on. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Dude. Henry. Shoot.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, 1st down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
This is Fournette. just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at about the 31. The and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Second and 5 now. Prescott. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott going for the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Out, out, out. Check. Fresno. Shit.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Eric Armstead picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw, it's Murray. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A huge play there for Arizona. 42 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Every day, any day. Undercrunch. Ready, go!
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. First down, Murray. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. Gosh, given the time and the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a first down pickup of 8. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on... Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On second down, it's Logan, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Murray. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Back to throw, Murray. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's
a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback, because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Cardinals, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, the run to begin the season is over as they drop to 9-1 now on the year.